If you're here, you're live with Sco on the Sco Show. You know how we do over here. It's a whole bunch of gratitude is the attitude. We don't do no complaining. We out enjoying the evening. Got the sunroof back. Whole sky shining. Panoramic view looking ass. What's the word, everybody? Man, you know, tonight I want to touch on a few things actually. First and foremost, last night at 9 o'clock, I was supposed to have aired my interview with a young lady whose husband done 17 years in prison for murder. He's extra institutionalized, to say the least. And she was going to do an interview with us and let us know what, life with him has been like since he's been out and what it's like being married to someone like that. Because Lord knows, loving convicts ain't the easiest thing in the world. Because we are usually tough guys with inferiority complexes, right? And a lot of people don't want to admit that, but it is what it is. Usually the people that you think are the most secure or, the most secure, the most confident, courageous are not. They're not usually the people who's the most, excuse me, let me close this so you guys can hear me better. But they're not the people who's the most confident or courageous. It's usually the exact opposite. So, when that happens, there's a lot of acting out. A whole lot of, hey, look at me behavior. Attention seeking. So, imagine being the wife of a person like that, of a 300-pound fella like myself, that has temper tantrum issues. So it ends up kind of being like the old lady's playing mom to you too. And she was going to be kind enough to come on and interview with us and let us know what that's like. And she's still going to. Be probably Monday. Okay. On to something else. But make sure you tune in for that, because that's going to be a treat. But I know that if you were with me from the beginning of the show, you heard me say that this is a gratitude is the attitude type of show. There's a Rob Wave song. I believe it's called 5% Tense. And he said, I found out my dreams come true staring at the world through my rear view. Lord knows that ain't that the truth? Think about this. Riding in your car with some of your favorite music blaring, nobody around, just you and the road, feeling, that's like the most secure feeling. You look in your rear view like everything's behind you. Those feelings right there you can't pay for. And only one source can they come from, and that's God. True happiness comes from the Lord. The Bible says that everything good comes from heaven. And I believe every word that was ever written in that Bible. So, riding in the vehicle, thinking about everything that you have and that God's given you. And those are one of the moments that you get to really, really be grateful. But how about those moments where we're not doing that great? How about those times when we may not be riding or may be storming outside? We may not have everything we think we need at the time. Do we remember to be grateful then? And you might say, Mike, you crazy. Why you say that? What would I be grateful for then? Be grateful for then? Well, for one, be grateful that you're still here to think about what you should have been grateful for then. But I could tell you some things to be grateful for in those situations. Number one, everybody, there's always somebody that's got it worse, number one. Number two, you were living and breathing air at that time. That's everything to be grateful for. Need I say more? That air that you were breathing, that life that you were living was paid for by the blood of the Lamb, Jesus Christ. Is that not everything to be grateful for? Let me ask you a question. If I just called you all of a sudden on the phone right now and said, hey, viewer, I'll give you $15,000 just because I like you. Matter of fact, I love you. I don't know you, but I love you. I'll give you $15,000. I bet that you would tell everybody you knew for the rest of your life how good of a person Mike Sco was. Because he called and gave you $15,000 for no damn reason at all. Well, Jesus is kind of like that, but a gabillion times more, because he just went out and gave you his life, was tortured to death, nailed to a cross, then went to hell for 3 days. Just because he loved you. We forget to be grateful. It could always be worse, man. I've been addicted to everything that you can think of. I was addicted to that drug more. Thought I was. We don't believe in the word addicted. What that really means was I didn't want to stop doing more. Because addicted just really means that you're too scared to admit that you don't want to quit yet, right? You're damn right. Addicted's a choice. But we're not going to get off on that. The point is, every second that we're above ground, we have the opportunity to do whatever we want to do. But I'm going to be real with you and give you a secret that they don't tell every day. You cannot expect good to come to you when all you're putting into the universe is bad. If you have 10 instances in a day where you have the opportunity that you could do something good or bad, if you choose to do bad 8 out of 10 times, 9 out of 10 times, that's how many times you're going to get bad back. You're going to get what you put in. That's a fact. If you want more, do more. If you want more freedom, do more stuff that causes you to be free. Leave the habit-forming drugs alone. Don't commit crimes. Live life grateful. In gratitude, there's a freedom that you can't imagine. God gives us peace of mind, a peace of heart that nothing can conflict. Jesus said, not even God could pluck us out of his hand once we belong to him. God said, seek me first, everything else will follow. And I'll tell you this, he's not able to lie. He can't lie. So hold him to his word. Put God first in everything you do. Now, on to another topic. I know you seen on my channel the other day the snippet of the series that I got coming up, Homeless in Huntington. If you're looking for raw content, flat out, straight fire, you ain't going to want to miss this. Because I'm going into the trenches, dealing with people on levels that 90% of the people in the world never get to meet people like this and never get to see shit like this. And they don't know, you know, that certain levels of this type of shit goes on. They hear stories. But the Sco Show is going to take you face to face. We're going to go live in the trenches and show you what's going on into the heart of the fentanyl epidemic. in Huntington, West Virginia. They've compared it to Gotham City and said that it needs Batman. I don't know about Batman, but it needs Jesus. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay. Now, I said that my channel is going to be positive, but I also am going to fulfill the requests of my viewers. They've asked for some stories. Tell us a little bit about the old days. I got a story for y'all. All right, so I was on a dorm in the regional jail. About 12 of us was in there at the time, and we was all buddies. We had formed a dorm that was all homeboys. If somebody came on that dorm from booking that we didn't know, they were getting the fastest way out, and we wasn't doing no talking. If you was checking out, you was checking out with a fat lip. So, the reason that we were keeping this pod this way, not only just for the fact that, you know, we wanted to be homies in there, is we was hitting every week for that bag. And it was fast and slow in the bag. And it you know, we were living, in our mind, we were high on the hog. Jailhouse rich, had more canteen than you could eat, but hell, half of us didn't eat for a week at a time anyway, because we was getting higher than groceries. We was hiring giraffes' ass in there. Smoking paper, doing fast, getting high off the slow. We were fucked up, man. So, this goes on for about, I want to say 2 months, 2.5 months. This dude comes in one morning. We've been up 3-4 days, bro. Just went to bed this night. And one of our bunkies, it was me, my homeboy Johnny, and this dude Mikey in a cell. Well, Mikey was in there for murder. He had been up on ice for a week, okay, and rented his van out to this guy. Well, I guess the guy kept his van. Mikey goes and stabs the guy in the heart with a bayonet. Kills the guy. Comes to jail. So he's our cellie, right? Well, he had 2 other co-defendants. There was a little bit I didn't tell you about his story. After they stabbed the guy, they put the body in the van with them, leave with it, drive around for like 4 days in the van with a dead body. It was freezing to death outside. The body was frozen stiff in their back seat. They finally gets caught. He comes to jail. Mikey's only like 5'1", 10 pounds, but he's insane. Little dude is insane. Well, one of the girls that was there when he committed his crime, I grew up with. So when I first, let me come back on my story a little bit. When I first came in this cell and met Mikey, my bro was his cellie. My brother Johnny was his cellie, and he's introducing him. I figure out who he is. I start beating shit out of Mikey, stab him like 15 times. Johnny's like, what the fuck are you stabbing? What are you beating my cellie's ass for? I'm trashing him because he kidnapped my homie, killed her boyfriend, and rode around with his body for like a week. He was a snitch. I didn't fucking know. And the dude had robbed him and everything. I ended up becoming good friends with Mikey. Well, long story short, one of Mikey's co-defendants come in one morning, dude, while we're asleep, being loud as fuck, dude. I mean, he's being loud as hell. I wake up, come straight out of the cell. Everybody knows what time it is. Coming down the cell in my coming down the stairs in my boxers. Fucking blast this motherfucking big ape-looking ass 7-foot tall fat motherfucker. He was Mikey's co-defendant. I tell dude like, hey, bro, you just shut the fuck up and you're going to pay $75 a week to live on this fucking pod. If not, you're not going home, motherfucker. He's like, all right, bro, all right. Well, halfway through the night, his cellie that was already paying $75 a week comes and gets us. He tells us, he's like, hey, bro, this dude said he's not fucking paying y'all. And he's got some type of paperwork in his pillow. Mikey never told us this motherfucker was snitching on him. We go down to the cell. Tell dude Rob, like, hey, bro, what's up, motherfucker? You said you ain't paying that 75 a week? Get the fuck up. He's like, I never said that. He's like, yeah, the fuck you did. Dude's like, yeah, you did. So I slapped the fuck out of him, right? After I slap this dude, I'm like, well, what's in your pillow, this paperwork that you're showing? We get his pillow, pull out some paperwork. This motherfucker's telling on Mikey on a murder trial, dog. Dude, my dude Russ was his cellie at the time. And Russ is crazy, dog. He's like fucking Goldberg. Big musclehead, ballhead, crazy motherfucker. So I slapped dude's brains out, and we got locked down for meds. While we're locked down for meds, Russ crushes up some ramen noodles in a pack, opens the pack, dumps them out on the floor, right? Got dude fucking butt naked with a noose around his neck, kneeling on these fucking hard-ass ramen noodles on the floor with his feet up so they would be embedded in his knee. Fucking torturing him. The nurse and CO come in for pill call. This motherfucker's on the ground with a noose around his neck, getting his head blasted, beat up on these ramen noodles. They come in for pill call. Dude, they open the door. The CO opens the door to try to help this dude. This great big son of a bitch jumps up off his knees because he knows he got help. Knocks Russ's cellie Waka clean out with a headbutt. Runs out the cell butt naked, dog. Crazy as hell. They take Russ to the hole. When Waka wakes up, he goes to the hole with a broke nose. Shit was crazy as hell, bro. You'd have had to been there to see it. Rob, if you're looking at this story, man, you know we ended up getting cool with you later down the road. You're all right dude and everything. You just can't commit no crimes with you because you're going to tell on him. But that's a big old son of a bitch, and he was tougher than nails, too. Hey, here's boy. You guys were with your boy Sco, man. You were live with Sco. This is the Sco Show. Tell your friend to tell a friend. We need all the subscribers we can get. We need all the shares we can get. Walker Stacy was his name, guys. Thomas Russell was the other dude's name. That the crazy guy Russ, I told you. Look them guys up on Facebook and ask them. Guys, if you're watching this film, hop in the comments and let me know you watched it. This is the Sco Show. If you ain't did it already, subscribe. Tell your friends to tell their friends. And holler back.